straight nightmare.
Killed another man today.
On the streets of LA,
I could not be prouder of my men.
every cop wants justice.
There are 2 cop killers out there.
We can get these guys.
But how they get it
You dudes is monsters, man.
is what sets them apart.
Show me.
You expect me to leave my car in the hood, man?
And give me a body. It's on its way. This is our world!
This is my review for Street Kings, released in 2008. I'm all up for a good mindless action flick. However, to suspend my disbelief, it has to have characters that I care about. At least build a foundation on which I can invest some interest to how these characters will play out and what will happen to them. Street Kings may have been able to do that on paper. You have a central character who has lost his wife. He also is a heavy drinker and world weary, a tormented guy. All interesting character points on paper. However, sadly for this film, the central character is played by Keanu Reeves, who brings no depth and varying of acting. He has one mode throughout the entire film, and it can't help but come off as wooden and robotic. Another thing that plays against Street Kings, coupled with Reeves' performance, is the basic form of direction. All the musical cues are in the right place. It didn't try too much to separate itself from other action movies. In defense of the direction, when some of the action did happen, you could actually see it. It was filmed quite steady, which is rare these days. Forest Whitaker gives a solid performance. It's the classic head of department role, but he does something with it. Hugh Laurie does a solid job. When he turns up, he could have been on the screen a little more. Speaking of seeing more of them in the movie, Chris Evans plays a rookie cop who teams up with Reeves about halfway into the film. He did a fantastic job, and it got me thinking, why couldn't he have had Reeves' role? Plus, Evan is younger and probably needed the role more than Keanu Reeves did. This next point has been mentioned elsewhere, so I was actually going to try avoiding repeating it, but it's been mentioned and it's true, so it can't be ignored. This movie is a bit dull. I would credit that personally for me to Reeves' performance not changing throughout the film, so therefore with no variation it just kind of went by. I guess also for me personally was I just couldn't really be bothered about the characters, I mean for some of those reasons, so it kind of just went by me. However, what didn't go by was how violent the film was. It would shock me with 1 or 2 gruesome moments, such as the shovel, and that was kind of refreshing in terms of being a bit dull throughout the previous bits of the film, when you suddenly get kind of an injection of that excitement, and then you start to get into it a little bit. All in all, some solid performances by Whitaker, Laurie and Evans, and also Common, who I also enjoyed in Smoking Aces. However, they are solid performances in a dull, average cop movie.
And kill him? No, I'm gonna ask him some questions. Then we're gonna kill him.